You want speakers for your pack out or not for your pack out? These are the brand new M12 speakers from Milwaukee that are pack out compatible, but there's also some other features as well, including audio link. Now, we saw these at the Pipeline event last year, and we're pretty excited about them. Excited about the M18s too. Now, we reviewed these several months ago, but these just released. I think they've been out about a month now, but we're just now getting our hands on them. Let's take a deeper look into these, and then we'll come back and talk about pricing and warranty. As we mentioned, we saw these last year at the Milwaukee Pipeline event, and we're waiting to get our hands on them. They did come out about a month ago, but we just got ours in here. Thought we'd show them to you. Now, these outside ones, these are the M18s, which are the 2954s, I believe. We've already reviewed those there several months ago. But these are the 2955s, which are the pack-out compatible. Big plug there to be pack-out compatible. Not the M18s are not pack-out compatible as far as hooking up to them, but the M12s are. And also, they're a little more handy and a little more smaller. So let's go ahead and open these up and see what we get. Like some screws. Yeah, more screws. And, oh, okay, I think I know what that's for. Yeah, I was curious if these came with what these screws are for. And that is the little coaster type, I don't know what you want to call this, but basically it's a pack out locking puck. So these are great because you can also use their tumblers and their coffee cups, or what, you know, the 20-ounce tumbler, the 32-ounce tumbler, I think is the right size. They will lock into here as well. So even if you don't have a pack-out box nearby, you can screw this to a piece of wood on the side of your truck or wherever you want to, you know, lock in your tumbler. And these are going to lock in that same thing as well. So that's pretty cool that comes with each speaker. I did not remember that's the case. I remember them mounting to this, but I was wondering if you would have to purchase separately. So there's the answer. You get this with the speaker. You also get 3 screws. That's for mounting on wood for sure, but 3 tapered screws ready for that as well. Definitely glad to see that. Little quarter turn or whatever it is, and you're locked in. Our understanding is that we get a 3.5-inch subwoofer in here and also a high-frequency tweeter. This looks like maybe that's the port for the tweeter, but really not sure. We may take this apart and take a look at it if you want us to. And this is obviously going to be the place for the battery, so you can put in your smaller batteries as well as your extended as well. If you want to run an XC or if you want to run a regular CP, you can do either one. Here's a CP 2.5, and you see it does stick up a little above the top of the speaker. So you're definitely not going to want to stand it this way. Not much footprint to sit down on there. And then let's just throw in, yeah. So there's an XC 5.0 battery in there as well. So you're going to get 10 hours of runtime at 100% volume on a 4 XC 4.0 battery. So you're going to get a lot of runtime. So on a 2.0 battery, what's that, 5 hours at 100%? So you're probably going to get a full day's runtime at, say, 50%, 60% volume with just a regular 2.0 battery. Now, I will say the XC would give you that larger footprint, maybe with a little more stability if for some reason you had to mount it that way. But again, I think the sleekness of the smaller battery is the way to go on these. Now, not only can you stand them up, but also, I can take off the puck here, and we have a closed ring here. So it's not an open ring, it's not a hook to hook it on something, but if you wanted to put a carabiner or you wanted to tie a piece of rope or some type of strap, you could hook that to it and be able to hang that. But again, it is not a hook that separates. It stays as a D-ring, if you will, connected to the speaker. Also, there's rubber feet here on the bottom, so standing this way. And then there's also rubber feet and a platform right here as well. So it can sit like your typical Bluetooth speakers you see, the JBLs, things like that, would sit as well. So you can set it this way, or you can set it up this way. Over here on the opposite side of the footprint is your controls. Pretty simplistic design here. Power button. In fact, we'll just go ahead and turn that on. And then we have a play button, a plus and minus, a Bluetooth connection button, and this is the audio link button. Let me turn this off. And just like typical M12 tools, turn the power button on, and this is your battery gauge right here telling you how much life is left on the battery. So we've got a full battery right now. And then we have the play button, the plus and minus, which is going to be your volume controls, as well as your treble and bass control. So yes, it does have an onboard EQ. Let's turn this off. And we'll show you how to get into that in a moment, as well as you have your Bluetooth button and your audio link button. Then down here on the other end, we have a USB Type-C port, and that's where you're going to get output up to 3 amps to charge your personal devices. And here on the flip side, as we were mentioning, not much going on here. So we have another place to hang this or mount this. You have a screw hole here, or a keyhole, whatever you want to call it, where you can hang that on a screw as well. So just several different ways to mount this unit. And as I was mentioning, looks like maybe some type of tweeter port there. Got some screws there. Maybe we'll check that out in a moment. And before we crank these up, these are IP64 rated, so dust proof and water resistant. And if you haven't used the Audio Link system yet, very easy to use. And the cool thing about them is they will seamlessly connect 200 plus devices on the Milwaukee side. So any of the Audio Link capable, which is going to be the 2954s and the 2955s, which are these speakers here, and they will quickly connect to one another within a few seconds. Now let's go ahead and power this one up. I'm going to access my Bluetooth. Right now I have nothing on there, and then down here at the bottom, the Milwaukee 2955. And we're already connected. And thanks to YouTube, we can't play any of our good old music that we'd like to listen to. So let's play some royalty-free right here from Amazon. Control the volume from my phone, obviously. Or I can also, let's wait for the music to start again here. Or control it from the speaker itself. And turn this down a little bit. If I hold the play button down, actually I need to stop the music, so I'll press the play button once. That'll stop the music. Hold it down. Once you hear that bass sound, now I can actually control the bass. So that's all the way up. And then you have half steps. You see the light bright and then dim, and then bright again, and then dim. So you can actually have, I think that's, I don't know, 9 different settings on the bass. And then if I hold it, if I press it again, that'll go to the treble sound. And so now I can control the treble on the EQ the same way. Once I'm done, I can just let it be, or I can hit the play button and it will go back. So now it's all of a sudden back. You can hit the play button again, start the music again. Now, the cool thing about this is the Audio Link, I think, anyway. There's several cool things, but to be able to get a nice, broader sound, more of a stereo effect, I have the Audio Link button pushed. So you can see I can push that, turn it on, turn it off. I'm sorry, that's the Bluetooth button. If I want to turn the Audio Link button on, I want to turn it on the master first. So right here, I'm just going to hit the button, and that's going to turn on the Audio Link. And now I'll power this speaker on. And then I'll hit this Audio Link button. And now these are connected. Not sure if you can hear that in stereo, but it's playing here and it's playing here. So very easy to connect these. You don't have to go through a Bluetooth anything. You just basically have to turn the Audio Link on the master and then switch all of the other speakers to the audio link button. Now let me show you with the M18s included as well. A lot fuller sound, a lot more stereo effect, obviously. So pretty cool that we can actually include all of these different speakers with the audio link capability. And again, it's not a pain to do. Literally, you just push a button. You don't have to hold it. You don't have to connect Bluetooth or anything. You just turn the master audio link on first and then turn the rest of them on, hit the audio link button, and within a couple of seconds, they're connected to then play the music. And obviously with the pack out connection here, the cool thing, any of your pack out box stuff, just put it in, turn it that quarter turn, and it's going to lock into place. Now these are $129 and they come with a 1-year warranty as well. Well, too late. Already mentioned to you, $130 or $129 and a 1-year warranty for these. Now, what do we think about them? Well, they're great sounding speakers. However, if you want the deepest, the richest sound in the Milwaukee line, then I would reach for actually the big pack out full size speaker. But otherwise, it would be the M18s over the M12s. And it's just, quite frankly, physics. When you want a deeper, richer, more thorough sound, and especially in the lows when the bass drops in on some of the rock songs or whatever songs you listen to, then taking advantage of that would be the M18s and the larger box and larger speakers and so forth. That's just, it is how it is. But if space constraint is an issue, if pack out compatibility is an issue, and maybe even price being an issue, then I'd definitely reach for the M12 speakers. I love the fact, again, that they all connect together. So it doesn't matter whether you already have some M18s or whether you have the M12s, or at least with the audio link feature. They will connect together seamlessly. Very easy to do. As we mentioned, up to 200 plus of these things connected together. I doubt you're ever going to have that many. Also, the Bluetooth 5.3 gives you, I think, 200 feet of Bluetooth range as well. So you can be 200 feet away still controlling these with your phone. So check it out from Milwaukee. Again, it's the 2954 and the 2955. Also, keep track of us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and even TikTok. And if you don't mind, hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't done so already. And by all means, if you hated our video, well, give us a thumbs down. But let us know in the comments why. Have a great day. Keep smiling.